coming to the stage right now. Start clapping up right now for my good friend, Baltimore's very own Umar Khan, everybody. What's up, Baltimore? How are ya? Holy shit, this is awesome. Baltimore, any Baltimore City people? Nice, all right. We'll all do heroin together after the show. Baltimore, man, we get shit on a lot. I do comedy all across the country. When I tell people I'm from Baltimore, I got booed one time. Yeah, and look, do you guys remember when the last president was shitting on Baltimore on Twitter? Remember on Twitter, Trump was calling Baltimore a rat-infested city? And everyone in Baltimore, we had to pretend like he wasn't, right? You know? A local news station went out into the streets of Baltimore to prove to Trump we're not a rat-infested city, and during a live feed, a rat ran across the background. And even the news had to be like, that's fake news. Yeah, God, I'm glad we're here. We're living our lives. No more masks. Pandemic's over. And, yeah. And I just got married, everyone, so that's cool. I don't know if you want to keep clapping. I swear to God, this is true. This is 100% true. I am not making this up. I married an older white woman named Karen. Yeah, I'm a 33-year-old Pakistani man. My wife's a 42-year-old white woman named Karen, and ever since Karen became a slur, it's been kind of cool. Because it's made our sex life that much naughtier. Like, we'll be in the bedroom, I'm on top of her, I'm like, I bet you want to call the police right now, don't you? She flips me over, she's on top, she's like, say my name! I'm like, I can't, the windows are open. It's also made role-playing a lot better for us in the bedroom now, you know? Because now I dress up as a manager. I'm like, ma'am, if you want to walk your dog in the store, you're going to need a collar and leash. And then she chokes me while yelling, I don't care if this coupon's expired. You're going to take it. It's also brought us closer together because now me and her are both members of an oppressed group. So she understands why I get nervous at airports, and I understand why she gets nervous when black people have cookouts. All right, good crowd. Nice. All right. We just got back from our honeymoon, and it sucked, because it was fine. We went to a beach town in Mexico, which was cool, but on the last day, we got horrific food poisoning. Then I had to fly home, 2 flights, 10 hours, with the worst diarrhea of my life. I was boarding a packed flight. I'm stuck in the middle of the aisle. There's like 70 people in front of me, 70 people behind me, and I just feel it coming. And like, what do I yell in that situation? I can't be like, move, I'm about to explode! No, I mean, I'm gonna lose my shit! No, I mean, I gotta go blow the bathroom! No, I mean, 9/11 was a good thing, all right. And look, I think honeymoons are dumb. Honeymoons are stupid. Like, I don't think honeymoons bring people closer together. Like, I get a bachelor or bachelorette party. It's your last night out as a single person. Who knows who you're gonna fuck? But a honeymoon, I know exactly who's gonna be too tired to fuck me later. Yeah, Karen's old. She goes to bed early. And like, by the way, if your wife at her bachelorette party had penis-shaped anything, 100% you're getting divorced. And if your husband at his bachelor party, him and his boys had matching shirts like, Kyle's Wolfpack! Because it was in a movie! Your kids are 100% gonna have autism. Here's why I think honeymoons are bad. Here's why. Because at your wedding, you look at your person, you're like, you make a lifelong commitment, like, just me and you forever. Just me and you. No one else. Just me and you. And then on your honeymoon, you get dragged to these exotic-ass places with way hotter people. And you're like, oh, I don't feel great about that lifelong commitment. I mean, you don't go to a bar right after checking out a rehab. You're like, I'm just gonna go have a bunch of fun watching people do something I can't do because of my poor life decision. So if you want me to feel good about what we just did, that we're fucking one person for the rest of our lives, let's not honeymoon in like Mexico or Hawaii where there's better looking people. Let's go somewhere where there's uglier people so we can feel better about ourselves, right? Let's honeymoon in like Dundalk, Maryland. At a Walmart. I've never wanted to fuck a Walmart greeter before. And if you don't know what they look like, if you guys remember January 6th, they were all at the Capitol, so. Yeah, some of you guys were probably there. Timonium, huh? Uh-oh, don't lose me. The fentanyl's kicking in. Yeah. I'm glad the world's reopening, you know, because I gained a bunch of weight early on in the pandemic. Clap if you gain weight early on. Yeah. Which is normal. Now listen to these assholes. Clap if you lost weight. Oh, get the fuck out of here! You're living life backwards, lady. You became fuckable when no one can fuck you? Look, here's the thing. I am anti-body positivity. I am very anti-body positivity. I'm gonna take my beanie off, but I'm nervous. I'm a new bald person. So I wear this beanie because I hate myself and yeah. And also I know it's a Carhartt beanie. I don't do Carhartt shit. Go fuck yourself. Actually, when I do manual labor, I take it off so it doesn't get dirty. But I wear this beanie because I'm I just think with a beanie on, I look cooler and more approachable, you know? Like, with a beanie on, I look like I do cool shit. Like, I look like I, like, shop at Trader Joe's. I look like I smoke weed. This guy... This guy looks like he smokes hookah with members of ISIS. And look, I know my body sucks. Objectively, I have a horrible body. I'm bald on my head and I'm hairy everywhere else. I would be more attractive if I got naked and walked upside down. At least that way people would be like, look at that nice young man with a full head of hair. And a very petite nose. There's a small dick joke, come on! And I hate my body. I really do. I hate my body. It's weird because I meet people all the time who love their body. Like, you ever meet someone, they tell you they love their body, and in your head, you're like, ugh, you shouldn't. People say dumb shit all the time, like, my body's a temple. I'm like, is that because 100 monks could fit inside of it? Yeah. I have a day job, too, which sucks, you know, because, like, yeah, before the pandemic, I was like, I want to be a full-time stand-up comedian. Then the pandemic happened and all my comedy friends are poor now. I was like, oh my God, my immigrant parents were right. Dreams are fucking stupid. You gotta get a government job with benefits. So this is also true. I'm a public school psychologist and it's, oh. No, stop clapping. Fuck those kids. I'm doing this so I can get famous and never talk to those assholes ever again. I work in the hood, and we don't get trained to deal with half the shit we have to deal with. One day, the principal came to my desk. She was like, Mr. Khan, this 9th grader comes to school high every day. Can you talk to him? I said, sure, what are his grades like? She said he gets all A's and B's. I was like, sounds like he has life figured out. And what's my first question to this kid? How do I become as cool as you? We did Zoom counseling over the pandemic, and I thought I would like Zoom counseling more because I didn't think kids could make fun of me on Zoom, and goddamn, I was wrong. First counseling session on Zoom, this kid's like, Mr. Khan, can you like turn down the lights or something in your house? I was like, why? What's up, dude? He was like, that glare off your dome is distracting. So I put a hat on. I was like, everything should be dim now, like your future. Oh, you guys hated that one, huh? I got another one that's more mean about kids, but I'm too scared to sell it. All right. Okay, but you asked for it, which is an okay thing to say in only this context. And the people who didn't laugh, you're a rapist. All All right, and also don't blog about me because I got to keep my pension. I have to take care of Karen's old ass. So, all right, here we go. So I walked into this special ed classroom. Let's just say I made this story up, and I walked into the special ed classroom. It was the first time the kid saw me bald. And this like 10-year-old special ed girl was like, damn, Mr. Khan, the space between your forehead and eyebrows got bigger since last year. Take care of that gap. Like, I gotta get her back, right? I was like, you know what gap also got bigger since last year? Your achievement gap. Don't feel bad for her. She came right back. She was like, unlike yours, I can do something about mine. I was like, dude, get her a special ed, graduate her. Oh, man. It's funny because I sometimes get worried I'm going to get in trouble for things I say. And then I work with black women who are the coolest people on the planet. But also, sometimes my black female coworkers will say things that are more racist than racist white people. But they have the right to, so white people, relax. Like, I work with this amazing, she's like a 6-year-old black social worker. She's been doing this job forever. And one day she was fed up with our kids. And she like slammed her stuff down. She was like, Mr. Khan, these kids are like zoo animals. I was like, am I allowed to agree with that? But just because I didn't want her to feel alone, I was like, no, yeah, these kids are like zoo animals. No one heard her say it. Kid heard me say it, popped his head in. How are we like zoo animals, Mr. Khan? And in my head, I'm like, quick, think of the least racist answer. I'm like, you guys are like polar bears. He's like, how are we like polar bears, Mr. Khan? I'm like, because they're also endangered and rich white people don't care about them either. That's a good joke unless you're anti-global warming and a pro-racist, so. Yeah. I like being a psychologist, but I hate telling people I'm a psychologist. Because whenever people meet me for the first time, it's the same dumb, annoying response every time. They're like, oh my God, you're a psychologist? Are you analyzing me? Are you reading my mind? I'm like, what? No, I'm using all of my mental energy to figure out how to not talk to you anymore. Happened to me a couple years ago. I was at a strip club getting a lap dance. You were there. And as the stripper was dancing on me, she's like, so, honey, what do you do for a living? And I was like, I'm a child psychologist. You could have used one. And this was her response. She was like, and then rubbed her tits all over my face. I was like, that should be the response every time. And she kept asking more questions. It kept getting more insulting. She's like, so does that mean you can like prescribe medicine? I was like, no, I'm not a medical doctor. That's a medical doctor, you dope fiends. She's like, but you have like a PhD, right? I'm like, no, but also, I thought this was supposed to make me feel better about myself. No, I work with women. I like my female coworkers, but sometimes they say weird things and they put me in awkward situations. Like one time I was talking to this girl at work, a coworker. She blamed the Me Too movement for why men don't approach her and hit on her at bars anymore. Right? I was like, wow, I wish I had an excuse for being ugly. That no one could call me out on? This whole time I thought I wasn't being hit on because I'm an ugly, bald piece of shit that talks too much. I don't know you're allowed to blame a whole movement for not getting laid. So the next time someone's like, hey, Umar, how the ladies treating ya? I'm gonna be like, well, it was going great until the war on terror. Ever since then, women have been harder to find than weapons of mass destruction. Maybe worse, but like America, I also don't pull out as promised. Thank you. I feel like the world's going backwards. What do you guys think? Yeah, right? Like, because I remember right after Trump got elected, I went to D.C. to the protest. What was it? It was the White Women's March. And I mean, we didn't change anything, but I got laid that night, so that was cool. But I remember seeing all these signs that said the future is female. We're in the future now. The Taliban's back. New York City's a mess again, and abortion's illegal in Texas again. And it's like, if the future is female, is that why everything sucks now? Oh, stop, no. That's a Special Olympics clap, stop. And that's like, oh, he's not good, but he's a little slow, all right. Also, ISIS is back now. Did you guys know that? Yeah, I mean, I'm excited, but no, ISIS is back, but now they changed their name. They want to be called ISIS-K. Yeah, they added the letter K to the name. They like rebranded themselves like they're TikTok stars. They're like, call us ISIS-K. And I'm like, does someone want to tell ISIS there's already a group out there that keeps adding letters to their name? It's like, you're being pretty gay right now, ISIS. I'm finding the line, I feel like. I also think the world's uptight these days. What do you guys think? Yeah. Yeah, like you guys on the last two jokes. No, you guys are good. No, you guys are a great crowd, but it's weird. Like, and look, I'm not saying the world's uptight in like a Fox News way. I do comedy all across the country. I do liberal town, conservative towns, everyone's uptight. Black, brown, white, Asian, whatever we call Jews in this town. They're here, I can smell them. Yeah, see, some of you guys got weird. I don't mean anything I'm saying. And like, all we do now is yell at each other online, and we make up things to be mad at each other for. Like, have you guys heard of this phrase, toxic masculinity? Yeah, for those who don't know, toxic masculinity is like the stereotype we expect men to be in this country. Like, men have to be strong, we have to be aggressive, we gotta deny our feelings. And we're trying to get rid of toxic masculinity. I'm all for getting rid of it. Not because I'm a good person. I just think I'll get laid more if there's less manly men in the world. Like, I think I'll get laid more if we lived in a world where it's sexy to say things like, lifting weights is for pussies. Real men lift their women's self-esteem. Or it's more manly to come quick so you can cuddle for longer later. Hell yeah, this guy knows what I'm talking about. Come on. Whew, his hand was as limp as his penis. It's fine. It was fine last night. Oh, that was too much? Okay, relax. But lasting long's overrated, right? Yeah, okay. Well, I love a dude was like, yes! I told you to shut the fuck up, Dad. That's why I'm here. You couldn't pull out quick enough. No, here's the thing. Like, when I was young, I would listen to all these rap songs. And like, I thought like you have to fuck for like an hour. Yeah. Then I had sex for the first time. I was like, holy shit, I gotta start working out. I talked to a woman the other day. She's like, I won't sleep with a man unless he can last an hour. And I was like, if you're not counting the 58-minute nap afterwards, I'm out. And also when I was young, I thought you switched sex positions to like keep it fun and sexy. Now I switch sex positions to give my muscle groups a break. Yeah. One day Karen and I were getting hot and heavy in the kitchen, and she was like, lift me up on the counters. I was like, arm day was yesterday, lady. She's like, how about against the wall? I was like, today was leg day. She's like, what day is it? I'm like, actually, it's my recovery day, so I'm gonna lay on my back and you can go to town. Yeah. And like, just the world is so weird and like uptight, like, and it gets me in trouble because clearly I'm an asshole and I like to say fucked up shit. Like one time at work, there was a new person at my job. So I thought I would introduce myself to this person. So I went up to this person. I was like, hey, what's up, man? Stop me. Whoa. I don't identify as a man. I identify as a tree. 100% true. That's weird, right? We can make fun of that, right? Okay, good, because I'm gonna. So, I thought Tree was fucking with me, so I was just playfully being an asshole. I was like, you know, I was like, Tree, I heard no one here likes you. Maybe you should leave. He didn't like that. I was like, don't bark at me. He didn't like that either. I was like, Tree, you gotta go to therapy because something's fucked up with your family roots. He didn't like that either, so it was my turn to bring breakfast to work. I saw Tree reaching for the pancakes. I was like, hold up, Tree. This breakfast is for people who identify as humans. I brought your ass a bag of fertilizer. And look, I don't want to be like Mr. Anti-PC. I do think it's nice we're being kinder to each other. That is nice. We're trying to be nice to each other. But sometimes political correctness like just gets in the way, right? Like practically. Like I'm going to give you an example. I have to say a word that we're not allowed to say anymore. So be cool. The word retarded. All right, don't yes that. Jesus Christ. I mean, maybe you don't know what's going on. We got one right here. So, no. The word retarded, I don't think we should say it anymore. I think it's a good thing we don't say it anymore. I think that's good. But, as a school psychologist, I have to say that word all the time. Because does anyone here know the new medical term for mentally retarded? ID, what does it stand for? All right, cool. Most people don't know that. Like, most people here didn't know that, which is fine. Intellectual disability is a new term. But I get we don't know that. There was no PR campaign for it, like, you know, with, like, little people. We know to say little people. We don't say the M word anymore. I mean, unless they're being an M word, but, But a big part of my job as a school psychologist, I test kids to see if they have a disability so they can get special ed services. So I sit in meetings all the time and say, like, ma'am, based on the results of my assessment, your child has an intellectual disability. No one knows what I'm talking about. So I always have to say, we used to call that mentally retarded. One time, I swear to God, I told this mom, I was like, your child has an intellectual disability, looks super confused. I said, we used to call that mentally retarded. I swear to God, I'm not making this up. This is exactly how she responded. She was like, oh, he's retarded. Why didn't you say he was retarded? And then we high-fived and pretended it was the 90s again. You hated that joke. Are you a teacher? Oh, special ed? Well, me and you are the only people in this room that are allowed to say that word, so that's nice. Oh, man. That's great. All right, I think I'm being too mean, offensive, gross. I'm going to lighten it up. I'll do something family-friendly. Jeffrey Epstein, he was innocent, right? No, I'm kidding. I was watching the Epstein documentary with Karen. You guys remember old-ass Karen? She was on one side of the couch. I was on the other side of the couch while watching this Epstein documentary, and I wanted to cuddle. I was like, babe, come over here. She's like, no, I'm good. I was like, babe, come over here. She's like, no, I'm good. So finally, I just grabbed her arm and I yanked her to my side. And she was like, whoa, you're being like a real Epstein right now. I was like, hold on. Epstein's an older man that fucks children that's a pedophile. I'm a younger man that fucks older women. I'm a hero. Thank you. You should have fucking stood up and applauded that one, lady. You are a very attractive older lady. Jesus Christ. I'm gonna murder Karen. Is that your husband? That's who? Oh, you're single? Oh, shit! Holy shit. Okay. How old are you? 60? Can you stand up and show yourself to everybody? Come on. Come on! You gotta do it. Look at this! That's insane! 60? This is my favorite Pornhub category right here. Oh my God. God damn. I don't think I finished this set. I got blue balls. My God. Have you been married before? Yes. Is he dead? I'm kidding. I gotta finish this show. Sorry. This is how hot you are. I'm recording my set and your tits distracting me, lady. All right. I wanted to say that to you since the minute I walked on stage. All right, I gotta get the fuck off this stage. All right. Beat off in the dressing room. All right. I just bought a house in Hamden, and Karen moved in, obviously, and her dog moved in. I don't know if you noticed about brown people. We don't fuck with dogs. So I told my mom and dad I was gonna be living with Karen and her dog. My parents were like, gross, Umar. You're gonna live with a dog? They crawl in the dirt, then they're gonna crawl in your bed. Do you want dirt in your bed? And I was like, Mom, Dad, I eat my girlfriend's asshole. When we're having sex, her dog is looking at me like, what the fuck? And afterwards, I try to give her dog a kiss. He's like, motherfucker. I've never lived with a dog before. And I gotta be honest, I don't like it. I don't like dogs. I hope that doesn't ruin what we're about to do. But, because hear me out. On paper, a relationship with the dog is an emotionally abusive relationship, right? Think about it. The dog's like, feed me, pick up my shit, and if you leave, I'm gonna rip apart this whole house. If my dog was a person, he would have been Me Too'd like 4 years ago. It would have been like Weinstein, Louis C.K., my dog, you know? And like one day we came home and Cobb, our dog, was ripped apart all of our bedding, and I got pissed. And Karen saw that I got pissed. She was like, babe, calm down. He's a rescue. When we leave, he gets anxiety. This is how he deals with it. I was like, that is some white woman shit. And I could never get away with that. Could you imagine if Karen came home and saw me ruining the sheets by fucking someone else on them? I couldn't turn around and be like, babe, calm down. You left. I got anxious. That's not a side piece. That's an emotional support person. And also, she's way nicer to the dog than she is to me. Like, she'll come home after work. She's like, Cobb, I love you. I miss you. You're so handsome. You're such a good boy. And she looks at me. She's like, hey, what's for dinner? I'm like, I bought the house you both live in. You're a 42-year-old white woman named Karen. That's an 11-year-old pit bull. No one wants you to. I rescued both of you. All right, that's my time. Have a good night, Baltimore. Thank you.